Namaste and a very grand welcome to Padma's Kitchen Tales and to my selfie video. Sprouts are a rich source of protein and dietary fiber. Today I'll be making sprouts Kuzhambu South Indian style. Here I'll be using a very unusual combination of sprouts, mixed sprouts along with aubergines or eggplant and potatoes. This is a very yum Kuzhambu, goes excellently well with steamed rice, idlis, even ragi ball and dosas. The ingredients are listed below in the description box. Let's start by adding some oil to the pressure cooker. I've added about 2 tablespoons of oil. To the oil, I'll be adding ginger. This is about 1.5 inch ginger. Garlic. I have about 15 to 20 pods of garlic. 2 chopped green chillies. And here I'm adding 2 chopped onions, red onions. Now while the onions are getting sauteed, here I have some water boiling, to which I would be adding my sprouted green gram, 1 cup. And this is chana sprouted. I want to parboil them. You can use any sprout. You can also use horse gram. To the onions, I would be adding about 2 tablespoons of chopped coriander leaves. So once the onion gets done, I'm going to switch off the flame and let it cool, and then I'll be grinding this to a smooth paste. The onions are done, it's sauteed. I'm going to switch off the flame and let this cool. And here, this is also ready. So I'm parboiling them. So I'm going to switch off the flame and let this rest. I've transferred the sauteed onion mixture to this mixer jar and I'm going to grind this to a smooth paste. Okay, the masala is ready. The onion masala mixture. And now quickly let's add some more oil to the pan. I'm using the same pressure cooker in which we sauteed the onion. So I'm adding about a tablespoon of oil. And once this is hot, I'm going to be adding the sauteed onion masala. Let me saute this. This is already cooked, so we don't have to saute this much. Now to this, I'll be adding some diced chunks of aubergines or eggplant or bangan or brinjals. So I'm adding diced brinjals. These are 3 brinjals which I've diced into chunks. Now let's add our masalas, the dry masalas. So I'm adding about 1.5 teaspoons of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons of red chilli powder, plain red chilli powder, 2 teaspoons of sambar powder. This is homemade sambar masala. This is optional. If you do not have sambar masala at home, you can add another teaspoon of plain red chilli powder. That's absolutely fine. And I'll be adding 1.5 teaspoons of dhania powder, that is coriander powder. It's actually 2 teaspoons of coriander powder. And last but not the least, some rock salt. This is as per the taste. So I'm gonna add some water straight from the mixer jar. I don't want the masalas to get burned. Now let's add the tomato puree. I've pureed 3 tomatoes and I'm adding the tomato puree straight from the jar, mixer jar. So let's add the potatoes now. Here I have 2 potatoes which I have diced them into big chunks. I've removed the skin And along with the potatoes, I would be adding the main super ingredient, the sprouts, parboiled sprouts. Give it a mix. So now everything is in here. So now you can check for the seasoning. If the need be, you can always go ahead and add some more salt or red chili powder. Time to add water. So add enough water because we're going to pressure cook them. And I'm going to close the lid, pressure cook it up to 2 whistles. Let's check. Wow, it's done. Looks good. Now I have to add one last ingredient, that is coconut milk. So I am adding 1 cup of coconut milk. So I'm going to allow this to boil just for a minute. The veggies and sprouts have cooked so well. Okay, it's begun to boil. I'm going to switch off the flame and it's time to serve. Sprouts Kuzhambu with an appreciable mix of nutrients and taste is absolutely ready. And I'm going to eat this with steamed rice. A delightful combo of health, nutrition and taste. If you like my recipe, give me a thumbs up and I'll see you soon with a brand new episode. Bye bye.